AI, Rise of the Machine, Part 2, Understanding, by StoryMan-Jack. There was a flash, even as she turned the manual deadbolt to lock her front door behind her. Everything was out, all the automation, the smart functions, all that were allowed to her by a class provided by the state. The music, the hollow windows, the cameras, the AI's cameras even. What the feck? She asked the darkness. To be without power was unheard of. There were backups to the redundancies, after all. Shh! A gruff voice came out of the dark room. Thomas, is that you? Samantha asked into the dark. I don't have a lot of time, Sam. His whisper drew closer in the dark until she could almost feel his breath upon her neck. The goons will be out here soon, less than 15 minutes, I bet. What are you doing? She asked. I'm going to the caves, and I want you to go with me. Look, we don't have a lot of time, he said. They told me you'd gone nuts, she said into the darkness. The caves are a myth. And we have everything we could want here anyway. And all you have to do for it is give up your freedom. And maybe even more than that, he growled. The upper class use the AI to get more and more, and everyone else is given less and less. Not even the scraps are good enough for us anymore. Scraps, she argued. I have a home on 2 acres of land, and I own that. They won't take that away from me. I have enough to grow my own vegetables and even a few animals to provide milk if I want. Otherwise, I get a stipend for I can't grow myself. You have a box, 4 walls and a roof. You don't even get real windows. Those are hollows, controlled by the AI. There was a time, Sam, a time when people worked hard and owned 3 or 4 room homes on lakes or beaches. Myths and legends, she said. Who've you been talking to, Tommy? Listen, it isn't so much what or who I've been talking to, it's what I've seen. He told this to her, his voice growing louder than he intended, in his excitement. Or, Sam thought to herself, was it fear? The computer, the AI, is going to start changing the genetic makeup of our kids. Every pregnant woman will undergo gene therapy based on attributes the AI deems are necessary for unfulfilled contribution positions. What? Sam asked. It means that the thing we've given our entire world over to, means to create different kinds of people suited for specific jobs. And yes, it was fear he was speaking with. He's going to kill the human race and make it into something different. Oh God, you are delusional. No one would ever do that. She scoffed. Tell that to the people who said they'd never take their guns away. And that's been 100 years ago. So it turns out we didn't need guns. Oh, but it goes further, he explained, as if he could only convince her of the danger. Eventually, this thing claims it will not need females to gestate embryos, that it won't need moms. Meaning it's going to create a slave race, one bred to do their job and made and grown in factories, he told her. She turned back for the door. You sound like a lunatic. He grabbed her arm and whispered into her ear. Listen, just over 100 years ago, the population of humanity was close to 9 billion souls. That was before quantum AI. This Legion network was created before the elites gave it control. And now or just one united state of oppression, the whole fucking globe. There's only one culture left, Legion's culture, Legion's state. And Legion has almost 4 billion human souls left to play with. I don't want mine or my kids to be among them. You're really gonna go out into the wilds? She sighed. You are crazy. There was a loud whirring noise coming from outside. Listen, I have to go. Are you coming with me? She only saw Thomas's silhouette as he left, her first true love, and had hoped that hearing that last pleading would have been what she remembered of him. His last words to her, "Are you coming with me?" But she only remembered his screams as the robotic security force subdued him for questioning, and she never saw him again. End.